The windows on this model need to be placed in line with one another, so to do that we're going to use the cursor tool here, and there's two ways to select. If you select going upwards in this direction, it causes a problem because not only is the window selected, but the entire front face of the building. So it's best to click the top left and drag downwards like this. You need to use the move tool to click on the corner, and that allows you to move the window about. I'm going to place it in line with that corner there, and then I rotate the model around. I should just be able to take this out, making sure that I've got that dotted red line to show that it's in line with the top of that window. And I can move it out to a distance that I think it is appropriate. If I want to do the same again on this one, click, use the move tool, keep an eye on the numbers that will appear in this corner here. I'm going to click and do the same with this one. I should have actually selected that window again first, shouldn't I? So if I select that one, I can then move tool, click on the corner, click on that window there, and then flipping out that red dotted line again, move that out. Okay. You can do the same with the other window when you have a second to do that. Now, I showed you how to create a sloping roof on the main building last time. I'm going to show you a slightly different way to do that in case you wanted to do some additional feature to your building. Using the push-pull tool, I'm going to drag this up. Now the main building is 5 meters high, so I'm going to make this smaller section just under half of that. So I'm going to make it 2 meters by pressing 2 on the keyboard. You'll notice on the corner it appears, and then press enter. Now to create that sloping roof, I'm going to use a pencil line once I've found the midpoint, and then use the move tool that we just looked at to drag this up. Perhaps a quicker way than what I showed you before. The last thing I want to show you is if you wanted to draw a bay window. Now a bay window, you need to draw a circle first of all. So I'm going to draw that underneath like this. I'm going to choose a measurement which I'm going to remember. In this case, 1.3 meters I think would be appropriate. I'm going to move about this part here so we've got a solid semicircle. Using the push-pull tool, I'm going to drag this up. Now if I put in 1 meter, I think that's actually too high, so I'm going to push this back down by 0.2 meters. To keep it looking realistic, I'm going to use the circle tool again. I'm going to find the midpoint, I'm going to drag the section out, and I'm going to OK that. This section, when I raise this up now to 1 meter, just the glass, and we've got space for the brickwork underneath. To create a roof on here, first of all I want to create one last circle. So I'm going to find the midpoint, I'm going to drag the cursor out, and I remember that it was 1.3, so I can click that there. Now I'm going to bring this up one more time, and I'm going to take this up 0.05. I'm going to take this one up 0.05 also. Now you may just notice that there's a slight gap in my drawing here, so I'm just going to complete that by taking a line across and down there. The reason for that gap is that circle continues inside the main building, so that gives us a complete closed shape. To put a sloping roof on here, I'm going to draw a point up to right there. I'm going to draw a line down to there. Now I'm sure your roof hasn't got exactly the same as this on your chosen building, but it's a handy feature to point out anywhere, and you can choose how you want to use it. I made a slight mistake there. I haven't quite taken it to the right point, so I'm going to draw it to the correct place, and I'm going to rip out the original line. Once I've got that, I'm going to use this follow me tool to click on that triangular shape, and I'm going to drag it around the corner right away to the end so that I get the shape that I want to have. I'm just taking care at the end, I take it to where I want to go, otherwise I'm getting a bit of an unusual shaped roof. That's not gone right there, so I'm just going to undo that with Ctrl Z. Try that one more time. Sometimes it just is a little bit fiddly. Drag it around again, up to the end, like that. Okay, and that's worked just fine. I'm not quite sure why that's not there, but when we bring up B for the paint bucket, we'll be able to colour that in, and then you won't notice that it's there at all.